Very much for joining, and we are very delighted to have His Holiness Romapada Maharaj. He is a disciple of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and he has been practicing the Bhakti Yoga for last 50 years, and he was also a pre-medical student like you, but he has dedicated his life for propagating Krishna consciousness all over the world, especially United States, Europe and Asia. He has been traveling and enlightening especially the students, mostly on the universities and corporate. So we are very thankful that Maharaj is here today and he is going to inspire us on this spiritual occasion. Please give a big round of applause. Hare Krishna. I'd like to invite him.
I request everyone to please take a seat so that you can hear Maharaj very nicely. So, if you are contestant from 9 to 12 age group, please line up in the wing over here. Otherwise, please take a seat. Please take a seat.
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sundavadi Paschacha Desatarine. Our pranams first of all goes to our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. And I heard about the efforts being made to help the youth, children, etc. in the Silicon Valley area to take part at a young age and continue. And now I'm seeing it. I've heard about it. You all are famous, and now I'm seeing it. So I'm also very impressed and appreciating all of the work that all of you are doing to bring Krishna Bhakti into the lives of young people. I thought of a nice topic to share with you briefly, and that is the principle of Brahma Jigyasa. Brahma Jigyasa, inquisitiveness, Jigyasu, being inquiring into the nature of Brahman. Now, looking around the room, most of the persons in this room are from Indian background. I'm not, at least in this lifetime, not from an Indian background, probably in some previous lifetime. But I remember, especially watching these youngsters doing their performances of singing and so forth, recitation of slokas. The entryway into spiritual culture is being made available. However, where's it all going? Because from a different tradition, I started asking that question when I was a little boy. For example, I heard as a little boy about, I grew up in a Christian family, I heard about the kingdom of heaven. And I was curious, what's it like there? What do the people do? We're supposed to want to go there. What's it like there? So when I asked my parents, they didn't know. They didn't say we don't know, but they didn't know. And then I asked the priest. Then I asked my Sunday school teacher, and my Sunday school teacher didn't know. I asked the priest. He didn't know either. And so I got busy doing what you're supposed to do when you're a little kid growing up in America and being successful. Just during this visit to ISV, one young fellow came and respectfully said, "Can I have your blessings?" I said, "For what?" "To do well in school." And there's nothing wrong with wanting to do well in school, because that's what you do when you're a little boy. You play and you try to do well in school. So I tried to explain to him that to do well in school, the best way to do well in school is that you develop Krishna Bhakti, because Krishna bestows upon his devotees everything that they need in order to do well in school and in life, the school of life. Now, recently, all of us have been participating for quite some number of days, maybe some of us more than others, in Nrsimha Chaturdasi. Nrsimha Chaturdasi. He's one of the Prarava Vasta avatars, one of the most important avatars according to scripture. Ram, Nrsimha, and Krishna. There are three in the category of Prabhava avatars. So, how did Lord Nrsimhadev make his appearance? It's very spectacular. He made his appearance from a pillar. And why did he make his appearance from a pillar? Because he was protecting Prahlad. Then the whole circumstance, this is described, I'm giving you a little tour of Srimad Bhagavatam, because hopefully our children will become introduced to Srimad Bhagavatam, in addition to the dance and the drama and the story. But what's it like there in the spiritual world? So the narration begins in Canto 3, although Hiranyakashipu and Lord Nrsimhadev make their appearance, and Prahlad make their appearance in Canto 7. So here's the history, and it has to do with children. The 4 Kumaras, little boys that didn't mature, they remained forever. They're still present as little boys. And not only little boys, but naked little boys. And not only naked little boys, but they had mystic power. They were Shaktivesh avatars, empowered with the Shakti of the Supreme Lord for knowledge, and they also could travel anywhere and do anything. And they were, little people are generally curious. It's good to be curious. And one of the things that happened is they traveled all the way to the gates of Vaikuntha. And when they got to the gates of Vaikuntha, the gatekeepers, Jai and Vijay, wouldn't let them in. There's 4 naked little boys. Sorry, you can't enter. And Sanat Kumar of the 4, the outspoken member of the 4 Kumaras, cursed them. You don't belong here in the spiritual world. You're unqualified. You descend to the material world. They were cursed to take 3 births as demons in the material world. And that's how the whole story began. Now, after they were cursed by Jai and Vijay, they entered Vaikuntha. So, my dear devotees, if you want to know what it's like in heaven, even that's also described in the Bhagavatam, but what it's like in the spiritual world, I invite you, get Srimad Bhagavatam and go to Canto 3, Chapter 16, and read a description of what it's like there. The Srimad Bhagavatam is so rich and so replete with understanding of higher truths that we have no access to except through revealed scripture. And Srimad Bhagavatam is the highest. So I was asked to speak something that's meant to be an inspiration for young people to enter into and take up spiritual life. So my message is this. Srimad Bhagavatam. And, with guidance, with persons that have an understanding of how people in different ages, because I understand the age group ranges from 3 to 16, that's a big range. So according to the age of the person, but what it's like in the spiritual world is very attractive, and it's an alternative to, quote, being successful, getting blessings to being successful in academics. Nothing wrong with be successful like anything in academics. Encourage your children to be successful, but encourage them to want to know and to enter into the mood of the spiritual world. So one of the best ways to pass that on to children is you have that same inquisitiveness. Yes? When that inquisitiveness is there in mom and dad, it goes to the children. What's it like there? What do you do? What are the different territories? Just like look at the map and what's it like in Africa, and what's it like in Europe, and what's it like in Far East Asia, and what's it like in Alaska and Mexico, and etc. So what's it like in the spiritual world? What's the variegatedness of the realm of the spiritual world? And it's in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's not just stories. It's the realization of the personality of Godhead giving an explanation of the whole range of his spiritual and material manifestation. Pass that on to your children, and children, be inquisitive, the I want to know mood, Brahma Jigyasa. Because you're going to be inquisitive about something. So be inquisitive along with the something, with what's behind that something. What's the cause of that something? When that spirit of inquisitiveness is there, you connect that inquisitiveness with Srimad Bhagavatam, there's nothing that compares to it. Nothing that compares to it. Do well in academics, that's okay. You can learn how you wiggle something here and it wiggles something over there, and now you're an engineer. The cause and effect of material creation. Fine. Build a career of cause and effect of material creation. But don't forget who's behind it. And what's it like in the realm of he who's behind it, and wanting to be with that person because he's a person. The supreme personality of Godhead is revealed in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and his abode, and his pastimes, and his entourage, and what would like to be with him. My summation of my little presentation here: inquisitiveness, Srimad Bhagavatam, and model that which you'd like your children to be, and it'll certainly help. It's one of the best assets as parents you can do to help your children become all that they can become, materially and spiritually. Because material well-being follows spiritual well-being. Like a shadow follows the object that's casting the shadow. Yes? There's a spotlight here. So I'm holding my hand up in the air. And if I want the shadow of my hand to move, I move the object that's casting the shadow, and the shadow will move. Otherwise, they may try to make the shadow move, but it's not going to move without the object that's casting the shadow. It's pretty simple. Very simple. So here we are in the material world. This is a shadow. It's a reflection of something. What's that something? What's it like there in that realm of eternality? I brought along a Bhagavad Gita with me. Now, many of you know Bhagavad Gita, at least what the cover looks like. Then it's nice to know what's the message of Bhagavad Gita along with side by side the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. And it's right in the beginning. It speaks of eternality. The soul doesn't perish when the body perishes, etc. So inquisitiveness, Srimad Bhagavatam, and model all of that within your family, and watch it blossom spiritually and materially. Thank you very much.